Gaslighting is a form of emotional abuse that can be extremely damaging to the victim's mental and emotional well-being. It involves the manipulation of another person's thoughts and feelings, often resulting in the victim questioning their own sanity, memory, and perception of reality. Gaslighting is a deliberate tactic used by the abuser to gain control and power over their victim by making them feel vulnerable, helpless, and dependent on the abuser. The term gaslighting comes from the 1938 play Gaslight by Patrick Hamilton, which was later adapted into a film in 1944. In the play and film, a husband manipulates his wife by causing the gas lights in their home to flicker and dim, while denying that anything unusual is happening. This causes the wife to question her own sanity and perception of reality, leading her to become increasingly isolated and dependent on her husband. While the tactics used in gaslighting can vary, the core concept remains the same: to make the victim doubt their own perception of reality and become dependent on the abuser. Some common tactics used in gaslighting include denying the victim's experiences. The abuser may deny or downplay events that the victim remembers clearly, making the victim feel like their experiences are invalid or unimportant. Questioning the victim's memory. The abuser may tell the victim that they are misremembering events or that they have a poor memory, making the victim doubt their own recollection of events. Twisting the victim's words. The abuser may take something the victim has said and twist it to mean something else entirely, making the victim feel like they are constantly being misunderstood or misrepresented. Blaming the victim. The abuser may blame the victim for things that are not their fault, making the victim feel guilty or responsible for the abuser's actions. Making the victim doubt their own sanity. The abuser may tell the victim that they are crazy, irrational, or overreacting, causing the victim to question their own mental state. Isolating the victim. The abuser may try to cut the victim off from friends, family, or other sources of support, making the victim more dependent on the abuser. Using gaslighting as a form of control. The abuser may use gaslighting as a way to maintain power and control over the victim, making it difficult for the victim to leave the relationship or speak out against the abuse. Gaslighting can occur in a variety of relationships, including romantic partnerships, family dynamics, friendships, and professional contexts. It is often a tactic used by people with narcissistic or sociopathic tendencies who are seeking to maintain control over their victims. However, anyone can be a victim of gaslighting, regardless of their age, gender, or background. Gaslighting can have a number of negative effects on the victim's mental and emotional health. It can lead to feelings of anxiety, depression, and confusion, as well as a loss of self-confidence and self-esteem. Victims of gaslighting may also struggle to trust their own perceptions and feelings, and may become increasingly isolated and dependent on the abuser. If you suspect that you or someone you know is being gaslighted, it is important to seek help. This may involve speaking to a trusted friend or family member, seeking the support of a therapist or counselor, or contacting a domestic violence hotline or support group. It is also important to remember that gaslighting is a form of emotional abuse, and that it is never the victim's fault. No one deserves to be treated in this way, and there is help available for those who need it.
We hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all our latest videos. Many thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.